Good afternoon. How we doing? Afternoon. Real quick, three things, three lies, three horrible stories, fabrications, tales. They out here in these locked streets, YouTube streets, not even locked streets, these YouTube streets talking about that is not accurate. Want to let y'all know three things. How you guys doing? It's my lunchtime, lunch mood, lunch hour. How's it going? I actually got more than three things. Good afternoon, Cynical. How are you? It was cool seeing you last night on Herbie's channel. I have to go back and catch his stream in full. I was watching that video he was telling me about on his wall about that guy. Did he do it? Did he not do it? Good afternoon, guys. Yes, I want to jump into this because I feel like as I'm in this life journey, people be coming up to me telling me all kind of crazy stuff that is so inaccurate. So I want to jump into this. So I be hearing a lot of lies out here that are so not true. And the first one I want to talk about is dreadlocks allegedly being unprofessional in the work environment or just unprofessional in general. Total lie. I feel like dreadlocks are not unprofessional at all. I feel like some of the most coolest, creative, unique hairstyles I've worn were with my dreadlocks versus my natural loose afro hair or my perm or relaxed hair. I feel like I wore more unique, stylish, professional hairstyles with my locks than I actually did when I did not have locks. So I think that is a big myth. That is a big tale. That is a big lie that dreadlocks, locks, or dreads are unprofessional. I do not agree with that. I feel like dreadlocks are very professional depending on the person, how they're keeping up and managing their hair. Dreadlocks are professional, probably more professional than any other style because they're kept out of the face. They can appear very clean when done well, nicely, and neatly, in my opinion. So that's the first thing. Dreadlocks are not unprofessional. Dreadlocks are professional. Thank you very much. Again, depending on the person and how they wear their hair and how they maintain and keep their hair will determine if they do or do not look professional. So I wanted to just to get that out there. So if you know someone with dreadlocks that looks unprofessional, that is just that person. That is not everyone. And again, unprofessional can mean really thick and rooty and bushy. It can mean not retwisted. It can mean smelly, dry. It can mean all of that. So we got to be clear when we say unprofessional. Dreadlocks are not unprofessional. So if you know, you know. Again, if you know somebody with dreadlocks that they don't keep up their hair, then it may appear that way. And if you know someone with dreadlocks that does keep up their hair, you know that is a bald face lie. So yes, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. Dreadlocks are not unprofessional. So second thing up, dreadlocks are hard to grow. That is another false narrative. Dreadlocks are not hard to grow. It is not a struggle with dreadlocks. That is a false narrative. I don't know where that came from, but that is not true. In my opinion, and most dreadlock people opinion, dreadlocks grow super duper fast, very fast, probably faster than any other kind of natural hairstyle that is. So I don't know why people think that, but again, the beginning of the journey is kind of slow progress. But once your locks start having growth spurts and buds, they start doing the doggone thing. So another false narrative: dreadlocks are not hard to grow. You cannot. No one has a problem growing their locks. It's just the patience with waiting for your locks to finally grow. So that is not true. Dreadlocks are not hard to grow. Dreadlocks are very easy to grow. It's just that people need patience and everybody's not patient. So it may seem that way, but that is not the truth. Dreadlocks grow very fast. Dreadlocks, locks, dreads, they all the same thing. They grow very fast. So that's another false narrative. Number three, dreadlocks are not stylish. Again, that is a bald face lie. I feel like I have some of the most elegant, unique, pretty, upscale hairstyles with my dreadlocks, from high buns to twists, to nice chunky styles. So I don't know where this narrative comes that you can have a stylish look with dreads. I don't have ponytails, buns, flat twists, fro hawks in these dreads. Cute style. So it is very stylish. Um, I'm going over the three because I just can talk about this forever. The next thing up, I've heard a lot, is that dreadlocks are dirty. Cynical, I'm gonna get to you. Dreadlocks are dirty. Dreadlocks are not dirty. It is a folktale myth thing, depending on your culture and background, that some people believe your hair grows when it's dirty. versus being super squeaky clean. That's a each his own person to person type of basis thing, in my opinion. So I'm gonna read this comment by Cynical One. She says dreads and braids can make your hair grow quite fast. Exactly. Like having dreadlocks, having braids, having protective styles where your hair is not managed and touched for long periods of time can actually make your hair grow. Good afternoon, Ramla. That can actually make your hair grow. It's when I feel like you touch your hair a lot, put a lot in your hair, do a lot to your hair that your hair starts to fall out when you're not just taking care of it at the same time too. So dreadlocks are not dirty, just like any other head of hair. If of course if you're not washing it, it may have a musty smell, or it may be super, shiny and oily, or super dry. It may need a you may need a wash and condition, but dreadlocks are not dirty. If you're a dirty person who doesn't wash your hair, your dreads will be dirty. If you sweat a lot and you're very active and you just can't help the sweat, your hair may smell kind of sour. So it depends on what you're doing as the person, as far as if your hair is dirty, how it smells, how it looks, the appearance. Locks need a lot of moisture, lots of moisture, lots of water, lots of oil, lot of butters, lot of cream, to keep them to not looking dry and dull and dingy, so to say. So that can look like an appearance of dirt and build up and dandruff, but that does not mean the hair is dirty. It just means the hair is dry and needs some moisture, some tender loving care, and that's it. But it does not mean the hair is dirty. So just to recap, some of the lies and deceits about locks, dreadlocks, and um, dreads. Dreads are not unprofessional. I feel like I've had the most professional hairstyles with my dreadlocks versus any other hairstyle. Number two, dreadlocks are able to grow pretty quickly. Probably the fastest way to grow your hair, dreadlocks and braids. Number three, dreads are not stylish. Another bold faced lie. Dreads are very stylish. I see so many unique hairstyles on Pinterest, YouTube, Google, of black women, white women, Caucasian, Jamaican women, Asian women, and men wearing so many stylish hairstyles. Good evening, Irby. Thank you for popping through. Dress is definitely trending and a popular hairstyle, and there are so many unique styles. People dye their dreads. People come by their dreads. They make wicks and they go to the sister locks, which are smaller, and they do big, big high barrel buns and big, big high ponytails and big scopes of art, and put all kind of flowers and all kind of cool things in their hair to stand out and be unique, and have a way to not mess with their hair, to keep it out of their face, because it can be annoying. So there are so many stylish ways to do dress, so that is another bold face lie. And lastly, them being dirty, again, depending on the person, yes, they could be dirty, but if you're keeping up your hair, they won't be dirty. Some people wash their hair every day when they take a shower, and that's just what they do. Some people wash their hair several times a week. Some people have a routine where they wait every month. So it depends on the person and how they are. So everyone is different. What works for you doesn't work for me. So we may see different paths on this journey of these locks. But again, there are a lot of myths out there about locks, and I'm just here to let you know they're not unprofessional, they're not dirty, they're not hard to grow, they're not unprofessional, and it ain't for everybody for sure too. So again, this is my passion right now. I'm all into this because I'm locked for 5 years, so it may not be for everyone. I totally get it. But educate yourself before you make these negative derogatory comments about locks that are untrue. And you just need to do some research on it. And it's okay, there's things I'm not educated to and privy on because I haven't done my research on it, and I need, more practice in that area before I can do conversations and have discussions about these things in real time, so I don't look crazy or stupid. But that's my thing, so don't believe these myths. Do your own research, ask people with dreadlocks, or look online and watch people or follow people that have these hairstyles and see what they say, how they talk about it, what they experience. Like me, I say what I experience, what I go through from this and that and the third, and I bring it all right here, to see if anyone else can comment, relate, and bring it full circle and have the same experiences. So again, that's why we do our research, to try to find out some background before we jump into something. So again, don't believe those false narratives. Locks are not for everyone, but at the same time, they're not all these negative things you may be hearing about from third party or second party people. It's a way to express yourself. It's a hairstyle. It's spiritual for some people, not spiritual for other people, and teach his own. Definitely. But Thank you guys for rocking out with me, vibing with me on my lunch break. Any questions you guys have, I'll hang around for a few minutes to answer any Q&A. Please check out my last short videos. I did some short videos recently on, making dinner. That was cool. I did another video about a get ready with me video. And showing you instant hairstyles that came out really unique. And also, I've been talking lightly about the Whatnot selling I'll be doing. So if you know, you know. Please follow me on Whatnot. My name is Vibe Fit on Whatnot. So that's VIBEFIT, Vibe Fit. I'll be doing some selling over there of different merchandise, starting out with the aviator oversized sunglasses and more to come. So please follow me over there for more details and tea and, catch a bargain, catch a sale with me. So yeah, enough about that. I wanted to share this story because I just feel like people just be talking with no research, and I had to say something about it. It was just bothering me. But how's everyone's weekend going? The weekend is not even here yet, but pushing that weekend already. How's everyone's pre-weekend going? It's Thursday, one more day to the weekend. Hope you guys are good. Thanksgiving's coming up. Getting prepped and ready for that. Hopefully you guys are. Definitely will have a nice Thanksgiving hairstyle when we get there. Definitely time for another touch up and professional retwist too. But thank you guys for vibing out with me. Just wanted to shoot my ish real quick. And again, if you have any ideas or conversations, let your girl know. Shout out to the cynical one. Shout out to Urbi Fatal, and Ramla Meg Hall. Hope I didn't butcher it up too bad. Hope I did a good job pronouncing your name. Yeah, so what do you guys think about this conversation? What do you guys know about it? Have you thought of any of these things I said today? Have you heard about these rumors and these lies and these myths about dreadlocks, locks, and dreads? Do you have any opinions on it? What is your take, your tea on it? Feel free to let me know in the comments. I definitely appreciate the comments. I look at them, I review them, I comment back sometimes, I pin comments sometimes when I'm looking at the replay of my videos. So if it catches my attention, I will address it with a heart or a pin or a comment back. So they're all appreciated. And thank you guys. So work from home days, so I gotta spend some time to cook up a meal as well as share my time with you guys. Thanks again for watching, staying to the end with me. Again, share my video, like it, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll be sure to catch with you guys later with some more tea about this dreadlock lock diary life. Bye.